So shall we?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So Sunil, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now you can introduce, sir, and then we will start.
Okay, sir. Good evening, respected dignitaries, honored guests, faculty members, researcher, participant, and dear friends. It's my privilege to welcome you all to the session of the Faculty Development Program on Research-Oriented Technical Writing, ROTW 2026. I am Sunil Kumar, a PhD scholar from the Department of Electrical Engineering, MNNIT Allahabad. Today, we are honored to have Professor Binoy Krishna Roy sir with us. We are grateful to Professor P.K. Roy sir for kindly accepting our invitation and sparing valuable time to share expertise with us. Now, with your permission, I would like to briefly introduce our esteemed speaker. Professor P.K. Roy sir is a professor HAG in the Department of Electrical Engineering at the NIT Silchar, Assam. He has been serving the institute since 1986, contributing over 35 years to teaching, research, and academic administration. Professor Rai completed his BE in electrical engineering from REC Silchar in 1985. He obtained his MTech in control system from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur in 1989. He also completed his PhD from IIT Kharagpur in 1998 and LLB from Assam University, Silchar in 2007. Professor Rai has an extensive publication record with 150 plus papers in a reputed journal, 18 plus book chapters, and 115 plus conference papers. He has guided 13 PhD scholar in and 32 MTech student with 5 PhD and 3 MTech student currently under supervision. He has successfully completed 5 sponsored research projects and one is ongoing. These are founded by DST, MHRD, TEQIP, and TISIIT Guwahati. Professor Rai is fellow of the Institution of Engineers India and IETE, a senior member of IEEE, and a life member of ISTE and SSI. He has served as editor of Advanced in Control Instrumentation System, Springer, and guest editor for the Complexity Journal. He has chaired sessions, delivered keynote addresses, and expert lecture at numerous national and international events. He has organized 16 workshops and faculty development programs. In administrative roles, he has served as Dean Academic, Registrar in charge, Head of Department, Training and Placement in charge, and Chairman of several key institutional committee at NIT Silchar. He has also mentored NIT Sikkim and NIT Mizoram under TEQIP third and acted as performance auditor for NIT Patna and DCE Darbhanga. He is member of screening committee for faculty and non-faculty selection of NIT Mizoram and NIT Meghalaya. His research interests include linear and non-linear control system, non-linear dynamics and chaos network and model predictive control, chaos-based secure communication, control of microgrid and smart system, image processing in industrial automation, and application of artificial intelligence and deep learning in energy system. We are indeed privileged to have such an accomplished academician and researcher with us today. On behalf of the organizing committee and all the participants, I extend a very warm welcome to you. Without taking much of your valuable time. I now request Professor Binoy Krishna Roy sir to kindly deliver today's lecture. Thank you.
So thank you, Shunil, for your, very long introduction. You know,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
yeah, actually, you have taken more than 5 minutes time to introduce me. These were not at all required. Anyway, so I have entrusted with the responsibility of two aspects. First aspect is how do you prepare your slides? Fine. So this is the first part of my talk, of my presentation come discussion. And the second part is how to be a good presenter. Fine. How to be a good presenter. So let me share my slides. And what I request to all of you, whenever you have, any doubts, any question, although we can always discuss at the end of our discussion, but you can raise hand or get my attention so that we can discuss at that very moment. All right. So with this note and with a request, if there is any issue in online connectivity, etc., I request Shunil or Arvind or someone else, please call me so that I get the attention that there is some network issue. Okay. Otherwise, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Your voice
Okay.
audible.
Okay. So next, let us share my screen and see if my screens are visible. Are they visible now?
Yes, sir. Visual screen.
Okay. So friends, you have seen so many presentations during this FDP, so many. Fine. You might have observed people are using so nice slides. Okay. And you might have also come across with some slides which you may not like for reason best known to you. Now, what we will try to explore here, is it that preparation of slides is my choice only, or there are some norms behind it? So we will again caution this word that whatever I will speak now, they are not rule. We understand the difference between rule and norms. These are accepted norms. And how do we know these are accepted norms? Because these norms are being well circulated for all of our knowledge. So therefore, we are gathering these norms from the available resources. Fine. So we'll start this way. What is expected after this discussion? I have put the word discussion instead of presentation for reason, as I said to you. What is the reason? That whenever you feel that you have some points to add, you have some comments, whatever I'm showing to you, whatever I'm telling to you, fine, you can always get my attention and discuss with me. That will break the monotonous way of saying, in one-way directions, which I never like. But, in this online platform, there are certain limitations. So we have to accept and we have to continue with that limitation. Fine, friends. So anywhere at any point of time, anything that comes to your mind, because you all are making your slides. So therefore, you might know something much better that I'm saying. So we will have an opportunity to discuss and gather our information more and learn little more. So what we will get at the end of this discussion? know that there exists some norms to prepare slide. So this is the major thing that we will, that this is your, norms we will, okay, some norms. And see, friends, if I tell you, look, these are your norms, you know now, or maybe that you already know that these are your norms, and then you don't use them. What is the use? What is the benefit then? So therefore, whatever I am saying now, if you all agree with me, then it will be beneficial if you prepare your next slides following these norms. So this is what is expected out of this presentation. Okay. Now, can you see my slides, friends? Can I get some comments on your, can I get some comment on your chat box?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Kostap is saying yes, sir. Anyone else? How do you like my slides? This slide, right? Or let me put some more slides. Let me put some more slides so that I can get your view together. Okay. So this is my first slide. I'm saying I wrote something here. Okay. What was my previous slides at the end of presentation? So at the end of this discussion, something. The same thing I am writing it in a different style. All right. Look at it and see, how you perceive these slides. Then again, the same writing, I have just changed the style of my font. These are all Caldi font, which I have used. Fine. Let me continue. So I have made some coloring here, both background color and foreground color, keeping the font and size of the font same as what I shown to you. Fine. Next, I have basically, presented here what are the objective of this FDP. I have just copied it from your brochure and I have placed it here. All right. Now I want you to tell me what is your reaction after looking these last four slides. This is one, this is another one, this is a Caldi font, this is a font which are too small. Let me know what is your reaction. Let me see your reaction first. So I will go to your chat box to see. Okay. Slide visible. Nice, sir. Anil is saying nice, sir. Okay. So many are there. How many participants are there? 44 people are here. I could see only 3-4. Priya is saying yes, sir. Slide visible. Fine, slides are visible. How do you comment on the quality of the slides? Do you like the slides? Whatever last 4 slides that I have said. I just want to know that. Do you like that slides? Come on. 44 people are here. Okay. Okay, Rahul is saying, sir, the content of yellow color slide was not visible clearly. Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, Rahul. So Rahul has said that, that some color slide which I have shown that was not properly visible. There is another point that you need to consider when you are commenting or when you are giving your comments, your observation, your perception. You have to keep this in mind. This slide preparation, whatever you will speak, these are not for online presentation. These are for offline presentation. So you will be presenting on a projector and the people who will see that projector, they are sitting at a distance of 10 to 20 feet. Fine. So therefore, someone sitting at 20 feet away from the projector should also be able to see and should also read your slide. Okay. And how much time one will get? Because, I will bring a slide. I will say something on the slide and immediately I'll switch over. Fine. So I have got little time and we will give very less time to read the slide, because if I involve myself in reading the slide, then my attention of what presenter is saying will go. I cannot hear it because I cannot do both two things simultaneously. Fine. So therefore, keeping all this in mind, I wish let me again go to those slides. So this is one slide that I've said, right? This is another slide that I've said. I got a comment on this slide. This is another slide which is in curly. This is another slide. Content remains same, but font size is too small. Chalo. Do you have any other comment? बोलिए, please come forward. Tell me. I'm not sure. Are you there before your mobile or laptop, or you have just kept it on and then?
No, sir, we are present. Sir. I'm present.
Rahul, I could see you are present. Rahul, you are present.
Yes, yes.
What about other? But present there is fine. Come. Tell me, friends, what is your perception on those 4 slides? If I prepare slides the way I shown, will you be happy? Or would you like to prepare your own slide in the same way? Slide is not showing. Yes, I'm talking about these slides, friends. This one, this one, this one, and this one. I'm talking about these slides. Okay, I'm talking about these 4 slides. Your slide is not visible. Slide is not showing. Okay, your slide is not visible. Got it? Then. Okay. Okay. Now, answer me a question. You have seen so many slides for all these days. In motivation slide, too much content is there. Mohammed, are you talking about, because I have shown you 4 slides under the heading motivation. Are you talking about this slide, Mohammed? Too much content?
Yes, motivation continued.
Motivation continues. Fine. So it's a too much of content. Very good. Very good. So your observation is too much of content. Fine. Now, let me know from you. Let me know. Slide in bullet form is nice. A slide contain in details and not very specific points. Okay. Okay, Priya has given her observation and comment. And the 4 slide points are not specified in a particular order. Good. Good. Very good. Gopi is saying something. Good. Now, let me come one by one. See, you have seen presentation and slides from so many faculty members. Now, I am asking you a very specific question. I will not come here. I will not come here. So you have to, unmute yourself and tell me. Have you seen anyone has used such a small size of font? Quick. 1 or 2 of you respond me. You have seen in this FDP, so many faculty members, they have presented their slides. Have you seen anyone presented with such a low font slides? Fine. Have you seen? I'm not getting any response. Some of you unmute yourself, please.
No, sir. Hello?
Yes.
Rahul this side, sir. Sir, till now, sir, I have not seen any professors or any lecturers using the.
Anyone. Very good.
Yes.
So Rahul has not seen anyone presenting with such a small font size. Correct? Now, anyone has seen. Can I get another response? Anyone who has seen this kind of slides with such a small content remaining same, content is this one only. Just font size is this. Anyone has seen?
No,
So
sir.
let me go ahead. No, sir. So let me go ahead to the presumption that whatever Rahul is saying is the universal. So we have not seen. Now come here. Tell me, have you seen any slide, which are with such a curly, fancy style of writing? Have you seen?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
No. No.
No, sir. Very good. So you have not seen these also. All right. Here I got a lot of comments. Your observation is very correct. So what happened? Visibility issue. That must be taken care. I am putting, a lot of colors here so that I can emphasize something, but it should not be at the cost of visibility, proper visibility. Fine. This is something. So we will see if you have to put a color, how do you put it? All right. Next, Muhammad and others has commented, you are writing the whole page. Fine. And from here, no one can understand what is the content of this slide. Every slide speaks something. Every slide speaks something. So here you will not get any information what this slide is saying, right? So this itself tells me these, these 4 slides I brought here just to get your attention that why we don't do it. We don't do it because, as I said, there are certain norms. That norms don't allow us to do it, and hence we don't do it. So therefore, what we'll do now, we will see now what are those norms. All right, what are those norms when you prepare a slides, right? Let us go ahead. Now, this will be your content of any presentation. Fine, any presentation I'm saying. So you start your presentation with something called acknowledgement. And if you see, I have made the word optional. If you do not wish to, for example, whatever I am presenting, I'm not acknowledging anyone for helping me in preparing these slides or this or that. Fine. But you might have observed, especially if you attend any conferences and you are attending any keynote address, there you will find that maybe initially or at the end, the presenter is showing whole team member who are working at this particular moment with him on that particular work which he or she is presenting. Fine. So this is the first thing, acknowledgement. What is next? Next is your introduction. Okay. Next is your introduction. And after introduction, whatever demands, as per your requirement for that particular presentation, you go on adding it. So I say up to X is the main contribution. Fine. X could be 5, X could be 6, X could be 10, whatever may be. Fine. So that's your main contribution. What will come then? X plus 1 is the results and discussion. I'm talking about, mainly the technical presentation, which is the case for us. For every technical presentation, there will be some results and some discussion based on those results. So after saying all this, you must have that result and discussion. What is next? X plus 2. X plus 2 is the conclusion. Right? Now, even friends, if you have a presentation where you are being asked to make only 5 slides, suppose, because of time constraint or so, even one slide must be your conclusion. Without conclusion, there cannot be any complete slide. So what is conclusion? Is basically, if I have not heard you anything, but I heard very sincerely your conclusion slides, so that itself will tell me or give me some kind of idea what exactly you have spoken for the last 10-15 minutes in a conference. All right, so conclusion. So please remember that even for 4 or 5 slides, your conclusion slide must be there. Then these are some mandatory things that we ask. Even you have seen that any questions. Fine. So this is something we ask, any questions. And then you must give thanks to the audiences because they have given you an opportunity to have a conversation. And to be very, very, very honest, you know, that possibly in my life, I have learned more from the audiences only by virtue of their feedback, by virtue of their questions. Fine. I am thankful to all my students. You know, they are asking us so many questions that is helping us to improve. Right. So you must thank them because they are giving you the opportunity. And what is the last one is contact details. For example, you might have observed that our Ashish sir from MNIT, he was emphasizing that you don't make mistake in the spelling of Ashish. It's a double A and double N. All this he was very categorically saying. Why? Because you know this is something which is need of the hour. That contact is networking is something that help us to build our connections, right? So this is the overall content of any presentation. This is the overall content of any presentation. Okay. Next. Next is this content, you know, what I have shown you in a very usual way that you see, right? But this content, you can do a lot of things in this content. They not only increase the beauty of it, but sometimes, you know, you put them in such a way, they bring some mathematical sense also there. In technical sense, to be very, very in broader term, to bring some technical sense also, right? So this is what I am saying it, that content can be presented in graph or tree structure, multicolor may be used, right? So that is your content. Now, after content, next, we will again ask the question for which we are discussing all this, right? How to prepare your slides. How do I answer this? Answer this is, first answer is these are not rules. But what these are? These are some norms. Okay, these are some norms. A compilation based on the available literatures. Whatever will come subsequently, these are compilation. Since these are compilation, maybe I have, you know, something has got my attention, I have added it here, and something skipped my attention. All right. So I wrote here that you may also add or modify to improve the preparation of slides. Okay. Now, this is the title slide. This is the title slide. Fine. The way I wrote it here in a usual way, enter the title of the presentation. Fine. Only thing is the way you have not seen very small font or curly font. On the contrary, you know, there are some norms. So what is that norms? That title may be capitalized. This is one. What will be the font size? Font size is around 40. So even in my case, somewhere you will find it is 36 because depending on space availability, I made it 36. Some case possibly I made it 40. Why I am doing so? I am doing so, I repeat, because these are notes, right? And also, what type of font I am using? See, these are Arial or Calibri. So these are the two fonts which I have used. It's not that you cannot use any other font, but what is to be avoided, as you have not seen any faculty member, those who have presented for you using any curly font or font which are little difficult to read. Font which are little difficult to read. Excuse me. Asha, I'm in a meeting. Huh? At what time? No, Ray. It will continue up to 7:30. Sure. Okay. Sorry, huh? So then, as usual, who is saying if you belongs to a group, department, institute, right? And for example, here I put the institute logo, and this is because wherever you go, it's not you are representing your institute, so you feel very proud that you are representing your institute. And how do you say it? You just say it in the this logo which you have placed in some corner here. Now here I caution you one thing, maybe I don't know, might be it will be there in some place. You may find that some people are preparing their slide, they are too enthusiastic to show that they are from this particular institute. So in the backbone, this one, the whole slide, in the background, they put the logo of the institute. Now, if you do so, what happened? You cannot read the slides properly. So therefore, it has been said that don't use that, right? Okay. What is this that I am doing it? What is this that I am doing it? Can anyone tell me what I'm doing it? Some of you, please. What is that? 2, 3, 4, 9, 10.
Yes, please tell.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
These are what? These 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. These are some website. Fine. And see, I have mentioned them here. 2, 3, 4, 9. Fine. So these are the sources from where I have taken these points. Fine. So I'm acknowledging them. So these are my references. These are my references. Where I place my reference, you will also find that I have given all these references at the end of my presentation, right? But what is the current style? Current style is that if you put your references at the bottom of the slide where you have cited it, it gives you better visibility. Because the reason is very simple. I am saying it here. Picture can be inserted here related to the topic of presentation. Fine. So I'm writing, instead of making a caption, I am making a picture which describes what is the title of my presentation. Right. So this concept or this norm that I have taken from reference 3, reference 4, and reference 9. What you have seen? You have seen that we generally place all these references at the end, right? I have also placed it here at the end, but in addition to that, I have placed it here at the bottom and I'm highlighting it. Okay. So why do you require it? Can I skip highlighting it at the bottom of the slide? Why do you think that highlighting at the bottom of the slide may improve or may give some benefit? Can any of you comment on it? What is my question? My question is, why should I cite the references at the bottom of that particular slide? Right? Why? What benefit do you get out of it? Can you tell me?
Because sir, suppose if someone asks us, from where you get that picture. So if our
Hmm.
references are below the same picture and in the same slide, it will be
Hmm.
easier to tell that person that sir, we can go to this site. And but if the references are in the last of the our presentation PPT slides, then it will consume more time, and it is not, I can say, in my opinion, it is not like a practical thing in, and one of the,
Okay.
and
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else who feels can there be any other benefit or any other requirement for which we should place it here? Anyone else? Please be free, because we all are learning, friends. We all are learning, and the phrase lifelong learning, that is something we all must have. So therefore, it's not that I know everything, you know everything. Fine, something you know, something I know. So therefore, we will share. Okay. So, friend, tell me, someone else. See, if you don't discuss, things will not be interactive and it will be monotonous. And I'll say something, you will not even give, attention of what I'm saying. Tell me, friends. Okay. See, what happened is, these are all website. Generally, in your technical presentations, what you will refer some paper, journal paper, right? Or some conference paper. That is what we generally refer. Now see, what we will write it here, this paper, because the detail references I have already given there at the end of the slides. Here, what I'll mention from which journal I have taken it, right? And this is which year, fine? And what is the title of the paper? Now, what happened, if suppose this particular reference 3 I have taken, but reference 3 was published in 2010. All right. So what will be there in your mind? If it is published in 2010, and if I see it at the end, fine, then that feelings that I will explain now will not be there. I could see it here, that I could see it at the below, at the bottom, that this reference series was published in 2010. Immediately, that things which will come to my mind, that there may be already some improvement after that. There might be some paper which came after 2010 that has already bypassed it or surpassed it, improved it. Why I have not taken the latest paper, right? Okay. What next? Suppose this reference 10, I have written it here. This is IEEE transaction and automatic control, right? So immediate attention is that whatever I am saying here is a genuine information, because it is published. It has been published in a renowned journal. Fine. So therefore, the reversing will also happen, that you have given a journal name, maybe a recent paper, but journal name is such that it may be very new journal, or people has not much aware of that particular journal. Fine. Or maybe, you have written it here, this is a Q3 journal or Q4 journal. All right. So that is what matter. So what is the nutshell? Nutshell is whatever I am saying here based on some references. What is the ordinance of these references? That will justify once I place it here, and immediately viewer can say, yes, these can be trusted because these are recent, and these are taken from trustworthy sources. Would I make this point clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is your, this is your different font size. Fine. So for heading, font size is this. Body, subheading, this is your this. Font, what we have chosen here is Calibrian Arial. Please search. You may find some other kind of fonts also. Now text is 22 to 24. In most of the cases, whatever I have written it here, this will be 20 to 24. References and caption for event, these are all size 16. Fine. References, captions are 16. I repeat, right now you are in front of your laptop. Right now you are in front of your laptop or mobile. So therefore, even if I write it with a font size of 10 or 12, the way I was saying my motivation first slide with font size 10, you don't have any problem or any issue to read out that. But when you go to a conference or a formal presentation, offline presentation, so what will happen is you have to project it. And as I said, your viewer are sitting, some of the viewers are sitting more than 20 feet away. So that last man who is sitting, those who are sitting in the very last row, they must also able to see your slides. They must also able to read your slides without any difficulties. So hence these sizes are being mentioned in the law. Okay. And I have actually, some of you have very nicely commented also, that when you have seen the objective of this MTP in my last motivation slide, it was continuously that I'm writing, right? People say avoid it. People say avoid it. Then what should you do? What should you do is this: maximum number of bullet per slide. By bullet, I mean maybe you put a bullet or maximum number of line. So maximum number of line will be 6 to 7 lines per slide, right? And what is next? Maximum number of words per bullet. That is again 7. Fine. And then combining these number of bullet and maximum number of words per bullet, this is a very standard norm. We call it 7x7 norm. What is the 7x7 norm? 7x7 norm is that each slide must have maximum 7 bullet, and every bullet must have your 7 word. Getting me? 7 word. So what happened, as you see it here, there are a lot of white space. There are lots of white space. So your intention should be that I will convey my message by keeping lots of white space. Fine. Now I request friend, can you tell me why should I do that? What is the rationale or reason behind such a norm? Can some of you throw some light? Those who are not speaking, please speak. Come on. हे भाई क्या हो गया?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, continue. Tell me.
Sir, to convey whatever we are trying to convey, that's why we will use. Uh, that's why we will make our PPT in the same manner.
No, I repeat my question. My question is why there is a norm of 7 cross 7. Fine. So you are conveying, you are preparing a PPT. You could have written a continuous paragraph, or you could have written a long sentence. Fine. Instead of that, they are saying your norm should be you don't add more than 7 line or 7 bullet, and every line you should not add more than 7 words. Fine. So that there are a lot of white space. So my question is why they have put these norms? What would be the benefit for such a norm? That's my question.
Will make the slide more cleaner.
Mhm. Once again, tell me. Please repeat.
It will make the slide more cleaner.
Very good. It will make the slide more cleaner. Very good. Why you require a more cleaner slide? What benefit you will get for with more cleaner slide? Come on.
Sir,
Yes, so many people are here.
the purpose of presentation will be fulfilled, sir.
Which purpose of presentation, madam? Be specific. You are saying something, which is true, but you are not giving the reason. Very correct.
Means,
Purpose of presentation will be fulfilled. Huh? Which purpose?
means visual clutter will be reduced for cleaner
Visual
slides.
clutter will be fine, fine, good. Anything more? Anyone else can highlight here? Good. Whatever you have said, I accept it. I accept.
Sir,
Anything
one
more?
thing that audience focus on the speaker rather than the content, sir.
So
If
nice.
sentence
So nice. Heads of you. Heads of
PPTs.
you. See, friend. If a presenter is present here, present with his or her slides, and if we expect, that audience will read my slide and understand, the presenter will not do anything, then that's not the purpose of presentation. What is the purpose of preparing the slide? The only purpose of preparing these slides are that it will help the presenter to maintain his or her flow of presentation. I hope you will agree with me. Fine. Now, if you write a full sentence instead of 7 words against that bullet or against that line, what will happen, you will be tempted to read out those slides. You might have observed there are some presenters who read out their slides. This is absolutely against the norm of presentation. Fine. Now, from the audience viewpoint, now audience, what they will do? Audience will look your slides, audience will hear you also. So if I make it clean, as some of you have said, if I restrict to 7 cross 7, then what happened? It takes hardly any time to scan, what I have written on the particular slide. Then one can give full concentration on what presenter is saying. Are you getting me? So that is, as some of you have very correctly said, in the purpose of presentation should be fulfilled. Yes, purpose of the presentation will fulfill. What is the purpose of presentation? Can any of you, can you tell me in one or two in 1 or 2 words, what is the purpose of presentation? You have something in you want to say something, you want to convey something. Okay? So purpose of presentation, a good presentation will be that where you will have effective communication. What is effective communication? Effective communication is if I wish someone to bring in a glass of water for me, And if I says, if I act, that particular person should do whatever I intend him or her to do. That's your effective. So the very purpose, for example, what is our purpose? Our purpose is that there are certain norms, so we must know those norms. So therefore, this communication should be such that at the end, all of you should at least recollect, okay, these are the norms. Okay, so 7x7 concept is being made so that there are lots of white space, and by white space, it will take hardly any time for the audiences to read and concentrate more on what a presenter is saying. It will detract the presenter to read his slide, because you are not writing a continuous a sentence. In 7 words, you cannot write a sentence. Fine. So it will avoid the presenter to read his her slide. Fine. Okay. Now with this, we are going. So this is figure versus text. This is figure versus text. Please note. Please note. And all of you might know this particular phrase. A picture speaks more than 1,000 words. Correct? Since a pictures convey more than 1,000 words, so therefore, if I use a picture, I did not say many things. That picture itself will speak many things, right? My time is short. I want to convey something. So if I have a relevant picture, then that picture should always be added in your presentation. Fine. Now, for example, small video may be added on the experimental setup and working. So that can always, in your result discussion section, you can always you can always link it, a small video. Again, I have recorded a video of 5 minutes. So if I start playing that 5 minutes video, everyone will get bored. You have to cut, you have to edit that video, and you have to make it a 30-second video. It's not more than that. Please note your presentation time is 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. That's all. Fine. So you have a small video. Now we will come to this particular question little later. How to select figure? And this particular question I'll come later. Let me go ahead to show you that how really a picture speaks more than 1,000 words. Can you see it? What this picture is saying, can any of you tell me? This is the picture. See this picture very carefully. See what teacher is asking. What this picture?
Sir, the picture tell me, sir, the picture told us different stories. As we shown that the pictures have 100 words, and they give you some exams for the different animals. So there is some different stories behind the picture.
Okay. Anyone else? What is the essence of this picture? Anyone else? I request all of you, please unmute. I hope you can unmute. All of you can unmute. Correct? Please unmute yourself and let me know. No. I'm not getting any response. Come on.
Sir, I think certain factors need to be taken into consideration for different categories. Means an elephant has different structure. A monkey can easily climb a tree, but an elephant physical structure, it's impossible. Is my understanding from this, sir.
Very good. It essentially is what it is saying, it is basically criticizing. What it is criticizing, the kind of assessment that we have now. Fine. So in your school, you have so many different kind of student, and what is your assessment tools? It is uniformly applicable for all. Fine. You are asking someone to write and pass in the exam, and unfortunately, that student has no hand, cannot write. Fine. If you ask a fish to climb to the tree, then you understand what will happen. He will never pass. But there's a very nice
unfair assessment, sir.
Yes. So see, so many discussions we have been doing. This simple picture is saying all this. That what is the fallacy in our assessment tool? There cannot be a single assessment equally applicable for all students. Fine. So there is a nice quote by Einstein. What he is saying, everybody is a genius. But if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. I cannot do. If I cannot do, what is my feeling? Oh, koi kaam ka nahi. Right? Okay. Let me go here. Since you are all from engineering background, I hope, or even otherwise, you can understand these two. Can any of you tell me what they are? Can any of you tell me what they are? Come, tell me, quick. Why so much of time?
Sir, the first one is open loop, and the second one is the closed loop system, I guess.
Yes. So first one is open loop. Not only open loop, you have a controller here. So therefore, it's an open loop control system. And this one is a closed loop control system. Fine. Closed loop control system. So therefore, fine. Now, for example, here I will say something on effective presentation skill, but this picture itself is giving the summary of what is effective presentation skill. Number one, it should your presentation clarity should be there. Whatever you speak, it should be said in a structured manner. So clarity and structure, visual aid and design. So I am talking about bring more images, bring small videos. Fine. So you have all. Then delivery and body language. So we will talk what will be your delivery mode, what will be body language when we will give in details of presentation skill. Fine. Then audience engagement is the most important thing when you present. Right? If you are speaking, but your audiences are not giving attention to you, they are sleeping, then there is no question of any effective communication. Fine. The very purpose of getting transfer is by virtue of effective communication. Then handling nerves and adapting. We will talk about it. Fine. So this picture is saying, so what I'm trying to show is that these are pictures, but these pictures are giving a big story behind. So with these pictures, I'm trying to convey this message that picture speaks more than 1,000 words. Now I will go back here. How to select picture? You have used so many pictures when you have prepared your slides or maybe prepared your assignments, your paper. Can any of you tell me how do you get those figures? How do you get those pictures? Very quick, I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time. Very quick.
Sir, I will consider those picture which aligns more to my content and whatever I am presenting.
Okay, fine. Suppose you have, what is the source from which you are going to, maybe you are asking Google to give you a picture, correct?
Yes, sir.
What
Even
is
Google
Google?
or the book like any author's book.
Okay, so you go to open source and then you get a picture which mostly describe your requirement and then you copy paste it. Fine. Now, since
Yes.
time is not very short, let me go here. See, I wrote, how many of you know something called Creative Commons? How many of you know what is called Creative Commons? Actually,
No, sir. I have no idea.
This is actually I have seen the whole list. This is something. Okay. Now see, Creative Commons, the way you have explained, that I take the pictures in this way. Okay. I take picture this way. Is it visible? Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So see, I have taken the images of dog. I require any of these dogs. So what I generally do, we generally do, we copy it and paste it. Fine. But please understand that these pictures has got a copyright. If you copy and paste it, maybe that you are violating the copyright. And copyright violation, if you get caught, then penalty is so huge that you can't even imagine. Fine. So therefore, and also unethical. That is the most thing. So it's unethical. Fine. So create what then I am saying it. You go to these tools. Go to these tools. Then users right. Fine. It is saying not filtered by license. Fine. So what I'm choosing it here, I am choosing as Creative Commons license. So you choose Creative Commons license. Number of picture, it has reduced, and these all has Creative Commons license. What is this Creative Commons license? I'll just this is the symbol used for Creative Commons. Copyright, you understand, you cannot use it without their permission. Fine. So this particular issue was solved by introducing this notion of Creative Commons. So you are creating something which will be commonly used by everyone. Now, in your Creative Commons, these symbols are being printed. These symbols are there. And accordingly, you have got 6 Creative Commons license. What these are? Attribution. These particular things is there always. For example, if I take anything, I have to cite. I have to say, yes, I have taken from this source. Fine. So that's an attribution. Okay. As you see this symbol, you have a dollar and cut it. So no commercial use. So you can do anything, but you cannot use it commercially. So if your Creative Commons license doesn't have this symbol, you can use it for commercial purpose also. No derivative works. So therefore, whatever you receive, you cannot do anything. Fine. This is share alike. Fine. What is share alike? Share alike is the way you have taken an image from the Creative Commons. You have done something on that image, and similarly, you have to give license for the others. So this is share alike. Okay. Accordingly, you will have these 6 licenses. If you see it here, what are these? These are your Creative Commons. All right. This is your buy. Everywhere buy is there. Okay. There's a minimum requirement is buy. So you have to acknowledge. And then this is your share alike. What does it mean? You take it, do your, if no derivative symbol is not there. So this no derivative means you cannot change anything. Fine, you cannot change anything. Use it, but you cannot change anything. Here, no derivative symbol is not there, so I can change it. After I change, I will also upload it in the database of Creative Commons with these license. Fine, that's the meaning of this one. What is here? Here is I will get a Creative Commons image, and then I can do everything, but I cannot use commercial use of this one. Fine. Here I cannot do a commercial use, and then I have to share. I have to again upload it in the database of Creative Commons. Here I cannot do any derivative. I cannot commercially use it. So the most restrictive one. All right. So I will have no time. So what I'm saying it here, these are all Creative Commons. If you have noticed, I have now used a filter. So these saying Creative Commons license, right? Now, once you go to this picture will show you this is what type of Creative Commons license. These are what type of Creative Commons license. Fine. Accordingly, you can take pictures from here with safe. If you take pictures directly from Google without noticing whether these are copyright, then you are doing an unethical thing. Okay. Okay. Let me come here. So therefore, this point I could make it clear. Fine. Creative Commons. This we have done. Now, I had made one motivational slide where I have chosen two colors, and many of you have made a comment that these are not visible. So therefore, text and background color also has a norm. What is that norm? Norm is dark color. Norm is, let me come here. Finally, norm is contrast. Contrast between background and foreground color. Fine. Contrast between background and foreground color. So what is the maximum contrast? Background is white and foreground is black. That is the most contrast. Fine. So rest all. Now, what happened here is many a times you will see, that we put some color. What's our color? For example, use color to emphasize a point. So I'm just giving emphasis on the word emphasize. I am giving emphasis on this word occasionally. Since this is marked with some color, immediately your attention will go here. So what I'm trying to say is here, you can use color in your slides, but use it occasionally so that the very purpose of getting attention, it becomes futile. Because if you put color everywhere, it may become futile, right? So that is the concept of color. Next. Now, this is, I have made a caution here, save file as normal PowerPoint files and also PDF format. What happened is, it happened with me also. It might be that it happened with some of you also, that you are carrying only PPT. The moment you that download in that particular laptop or that particular desktop, there is an issue of that version. So your version is not compatible with the Word Microsoft Office that they have. So you cannot open your file. That problem will get solved once you carry your PDF format, right? Then this is most important, that one concept in one slide. One concept in one slide, fine? So even I have said maximum 7 slide, maximum 7 bullet. Now, suppose for a concept you require 3 bullets, you keep rest part blank and go to the next slide. So this is the notion of one concept in one slide, right? Next, I have already said this. I have written it here. Don't use logo in the background. This is something I have seen. So continuation of slide will be like this. Okay, so it shows that you are continuing that particular thing. Use less animation. Reason is very simple. This is a technical present. This is for us. But if you give a presentation before the school student, they require a little bit of fancy thing. So for them, you can go for animation. But since we are presenting a technical presentation, for us, we do not require this animation. Okay. Then I have seen some of you are doing this. Avoid using sound in slide transition, bullet transition, because it detracts in our technical temperament. Fine, it detracts you. Avoid this. Now, this is no slide number in title to content and queries to contact slides. Fine, slide number will be here. Now, this is how do you put the dates and where you place. Generally, what happens is this is this corner, left corner, you place the date. Here you place, why you are representing. This is where you are writing. Now, if you use presentation by default, it will not give you this particular type of your what you call slide numbering, right? It will give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, this slide numbering has got a benefit. What it is telling me that it has got right now I'm in 10 slide out of 15 slide. So I am 5 slide away to complete this particular part of my discussion. Fine. Those are you from your side. It is telling me and telling you how long sir will take to complete it. How much time I have to be here. Fine. So therefore, it is a benefit from both sides. So this particular way of giving slide number is helpful. Now, this is transition between one point to the next point of content. What happens is you have your content slides. In that content slide, there are some this topic, second topic, third topic, fourth topic. So what generally is done is that once you are in introduction, the moment you change from introduction to something else, there should be a signaling post. That you have changed your gear. From second point, you have come to third point. From third point, you have come to fourth point. So you put some signal post there. Do something so that everyone understand that you have changed your gear. You have done some transition. Right? Then audio, video, others file a practical demo. For this you use a hyperlink. So you know how to use that hyperlink. Okay. Now results and discussion, as I said, you put it in one heading. Now, this, as I said, as I already said, that you have to add, contact details, thank you slide, inviting questions, right, etc. Good picture for thank you slide. Fine. Now, finally, we conclude it here because I have to go to the second part of it. Time is running out. So, what is that conclusion? Conclusion is that we have discussed different norms for preparation of slides. Fine. What are those norms? Those norms we said in terms of the number of bullet that are permitted per slide, number of words per bullet, what should be the color combination between foreground and background, what should be the size and font in different parts of your slides, and then, as I said, relevant pictures or figures wherever possible to make your slide attractive, and images will, that will break the monotonousness of saying many things, and it will give some kind of, that input to the audiences also. And finally, as I said before, it is expected to follow these norms in your future slides. Please do it. So what is my take home finally? Take home is there exist some norms for preparation of slides. Right? If you just put this in mind, details you can find out at any moment. You ask Professor Google will tell you these are the norms. I don't know what your organizer will do. if they ask for these slides, we can share these slides with you. So you can see these slides at a later stage, right? And then what I said is follow 7x7 because it is the essence of making slides, right? Having a lot of white space and then avoiding someone, a presenter, to read the slides, read out your slides, and it helps the audiences not only to read the slides, but also to listen the presenter, right? And relevant pictures and figures wherever possible, right? So these are my references. As you have noted, I have added these references in the respective slides also, and we have discussed why we have added it. Okay, so thank you, friends. Thank you very much. Now, if you have any question on this, we will take questions and then we will switch to the next one. Any questions you have? So if you have any questions, please tell me. Otherwise, we'll go to the next one. I'm so happy 50 people are here, but none of you are asking anything. None of you are interacting. Please.
Hello, sir. Sir, I
Tell
wanted
me.
to ask one. I wanted to ask one question.
Yeah.
While preparing PPT, why is there any hardened rule to use Arial and Calibri font? Because there are more fonts than these two, which are quite readable. I have seen
Yes.
in many times
Yes.
while I was in BTech and while preparing the thesis work, all this.
Yeah. What I have shown here, that the moment you possibly has never seen anyone is taking those curly fonts, right? But something you have said that in addition to Calibri and Arial, if you use another fonts which are clearly readable, you can always use it. Fine. I repeat, these are some norms. If you see, literature on this, you will find that people are talking about Arial, people are talking about Calibri, but there is no harm if you use some other font which are equally readable, easily readable.
Just like, sir, Times New Roman.
Hmm?
Times New Roman font also use, sir.
You can use this is Times New Roman, you can always use it, but I will suggest you, make a slide with Times New Roman and make a slide with Arial or Calibri. See the difference.
Yes.
See the difference. So once you see the difference, you will also say, let me do in Arial or let me do in Calibri. Actually, Times New Roman, what happened is a little lighter.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir. Lighter.
Also, you need to understand that you have to
most officially document are used in this font are used Times New Roman.
These are Times New Roman. We are using it where? We are using it in our documentation.
Yes, sir.
Fine. Here,
yes,
what
sir.
we are talking, we are talking that right now you are viewing it in your laptop, you are viewing it in your mobile. But in offline presentation, you have to present all this through a projector. Fine. So projector output will be seen by the audiences.
Yes,
so
sir.
you have to keep that also in mind.
Yes, sir.
You have to see so that also in mind. Okay, thank you. Any other question? Okay, so let us do one thing. Let me go to the second point. Second point is this: how to be a good presenter. And before I shift the gear and come to this particular point, I once again caution you. It is, I have seen that many of us, with a very honest attitude, use the images by violating the copyright. Fine. So my humble submission is, please don't do it. If you do it, and as I said, if you have violated the copyright and you get caught, consequences are horrible. Fine, because these copyrights are, most of the copyrights are not by us. You know, these are all European country. These are by USA. Fine, and their penalty is something, you know. So therefore, please don't do it. Okay. Next part. What do you say? Is there anyone who is not good presenter? Tell me. Is there anyone who is not good presenter?
Yes, sir. I sometimes feel
Yes,
like
sir.
I did not perform good in while presenting.
Acha.
Me
No,
too, sir.
rather I am asking the I am asking the reverse question. Don't you feel you are a good presenter? Okay. Okay. Tell me.
Yes, sir. Actually, as a research scholar, whenever I present my the topic which I already complete, that time I feel I'm a good presenter. But when someone asking me some questions which wherever I'm lacking, that time I feel little bit hesitating that how I have to present that things.
Okay. So this may be an issue of confidence. Fine. Especially, you know, if the question is something which is not related to, or you are not very well in a position to answer those questions. But again, you know, I will discuss. There are ways to skip. There are ways to skip. Fine. So we can do that. Okay. So let us go ahead. Why this presentation is very important. And what is a good presenter? What is the summary of good presenter? Summary of good presenter is whom I will say good presenter. I will say a good presenter who can convey what they wish to convey. Fine. How they are conveying, that's not very important for me. Therefore, please don't be very crazy. Hey, देखो इनका pronunciation में ना कुछ problem है. Don't be that crazy, because you know English is not our mother tongue, and not all of us are educated in a convent school. Fine. So therefore, what happened is, see, if you are from a particular village of a particular state, that particular locality, the way you are speaking, there will be something. So don't, with the clarity that matters. Fine. So I repeat, I define a good presenter if he or she can convey effectively what he want to convey. Fine. What you want to convey. Why it is more important? It is important because, see, half the world is composed of people who have something to say. I want to say something, but I can't say. Why I can't say? Because I have that problem. I can't speak for this reason or that reason. Right? What other half is doing? The other half have nothing to say, but they are good speaker. They present their points very nicely, points or no points. Fine. So I have a genuine point to place, but I hesitated, and I could not place my point. Fine. And because of this, all of us must improve our presentation skill. Right. I use the word improve our presentation skill. I'll justify that. So at the end of this discussion, participants are expected to, what is being expected? Have a clear idea about aim of presentations, which I have already narrated. What is that? Whatever is there in my mind, So this is the purpose of my presentation. If I can effectively convey that what is there in my mind, if I can give my audience mind also the same thing, audience and my thinking are synchronized, then my presentation is fulfilled. Aim of presentation is prepare a well-structured presentation. So I have shown you the slides. So how do you prepare it? How do you the slides? So this is your one. Avoid bad practices during presentation. Right? Know the art to improve the presentation skill. So therefore, there is nowhere, there is no limit, where you will stop your improving your presentation skill. Fine. And that was the intention of mine to ask this particular question. Are you not a good presenter? Whatever may be your presentation skill, you are a very good presenter, but still there is scope to improve it. Right? Why it is improvement? Now, before I go inside, can any of you tell me what is this I am referring bad practices during presentation? Some of you have not spoken anything. Can some of you come? अरे बाबा आओ ना, क्या बात है? Or I am boring you to that extent that you have all sleeping. Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir, but I am not getting your point. Exactly what is your question?
My question is avoid bad practices during presentation. What I'm referring, what are the bad practices? Can you give 1, 2 examples of bad practices?
Okay,
One
during
or
the
yeah.
yes, sir. Actually, from my research, like last 1 to 2 years, I put a more too much like writing on my PPT, and that time I just whenever I feel that I'm not able to present anything, and I just show that content, and from that content I explain. So maybe this is a bad practice. Instead of writing more context, we just have to put figures and image. So, and if we present that image and figures in our proposed flow, then we will explain anyone betterly.
Now, now, I think what you have said, the solution, that is improving of your slides. Correct. Now you have your slides. You are not presenting it.
Okay.
So when you present, what is that bad practices? Actually, we should do something. If we don't do that, then they may be clubbed together as bad practices. Give me 1, 2 example, because you all have presented in many places.
Instead
come
of
on.
instead of if we are feel that we are just forget anything, and at the presenting time we just instead of taking a pose, we just say more than a time, we just create a confusing question marking.
Very good. Very good. Okay. So that should not be. We should not do that. So that's a bad practice. Anything more? Anything more? Only 2 voices has come out of 50 plus.
So focusing more on the content than audience.
Focus is more on content than audience. Okay.
Like reading from the slides.
Good. So see, one bad practice is already mentioned. What is that bad practice? Read out from the slides. All right. And I have already prescribed a solution also. What is the solution I prescribed? That don't write sentences on a slides. So you make just 7 words. Why? Because the moment I see those words, immediately I know what I'm supposed to speak. Right? So this is a bad practice that you are reading out from the slide that you should not do. Another point he said. What is that point he said? Giving more emphasis on content than the audiences. As a result, what happened? Eye contact is missing. Because every time I'm looking at my content, I'm not in eye contact with my audience. Please note, eye contact is the best non-verbal communication to make your presentation effective. Very good. Okay, so we will discuss this. So this is my general content. Okay, so what is the introduction part? Presentation is a performance. Presentation is a performance. So if I make a presentation today and I observe my performance was not good, so what I can do? I can do the necessary actions to improve my performance. And that is what was been made, what has been said, that improve your presentation, right? Now, a good presentation attracts the attention of the audience. And that will be the last figure which will speak more than 1,000 words. Fine. That a good presentation attracts the attention of the audience. What is a good auditor? Presenter pronounces right pronunciation. Right? Intonation. What is intonation? The way your voice goes up and down when you speak. Otherwise, what will happen? It will be monotonous. You are not changing anything. Tone. What is the tone? Feeling behind the words you use. You are expressing something which is very sorrow, very sad. That should also be there in your voice. That should also be there in your feeling. Your delivery style. Now, using confident body language, speaking clearly and choosing polite words. Attitude. Why attitude matter? Let me give you an example. I am presenting my conference paper. I have been given only 10 minutes time. What I see, some enthusiastic participants, audience is interrupting me again and again. Right? I am trying to draw the attention of the chairman of the session, but chairman of the session is also not doing anything. Fine. Now then, what should I do at that moment? What is inside your head, your intent and perspective. So what is going on in my head? I'm getting irritated. So therefore, these will get reflected. But I cannot do that. So therefore, my should be, as I was saying at the beginning, there are ways to overcome such a situation. For example, I will say, I'm so happy you are so interested in my talk. Friend, time is limited, so we will discuss all this after this during our lunch. Fine. So I will take an excuse and then I will continue. And I hope after that, a gentleman will not stop me. Fine. This is why attitude matters. And see, even I have seen, some people, they overreact. What is overreact? That presenter is presenting something, and especially it happened for the new presenters, they have just started coming to conferences, started their career, fine. You are not started. For as a student, you are presenting somewhere. You have said something which is not correct. Fine. I can always bring to your notice that, friends, something you have said, fine. But there are people who react very sharply. What you have said is not, why are you coming? Something like that. Fine. So now what happened, that one must be very cool when you give your presentation. Why you should be cool? Because you are here with a lot of thought process. If you get excited and start responding, then everything is gone. Whatever plan you had in your mind, then everything is lost. Right? That is what has been your attitude which matters. Right? Okay. So after, as I said in our previous discussion, that you should give some kind of signal that you are changing your gear. So I was in introduction, I made that red. I am now going to planning and preparation. So therefore I made that green, right? Rest are all black. I could have made them yellow. Okay. Now, what is important in planning and preparation is these questions, fine? Keeping the content same, you cannot make your slide exactly same when you present it before school student, when you present it before a student, when you present it before experts. Fine, your content will be different, your presentation style will be different, everything will be different. So therefore, you have to ask yourself, what is the aim and what is the title of my presentation? Fine, what is my aim? What I wish? Who are the audiences? Am I talking before the school student? Am I talking before the teachers? Am I talking before the students? Am I talking before the general audience? And so, right? And also, you have to keep in mind that it is not possible, whatever you say, it will be translated in the mind of the audiences, and audience will go have home with all that you have said. It's not possible. So you just find some points. These are my key points. These are my main points, right? For example, in the previous, what I said, just if you go back with this, that there exists some norms for preparing the slides. That's all. What are those norms? You can see it at any moment, at any time. If you go back with this understanding that an image speaks more than 1,000 words, so therefore I should always try to put a lot of images, then text. Fine. So this is what I'm saying. So therefore, what are the main points you want to make? So you have to emphasize, you have to re-emphasize those points. What outcome do the presenter expect? So the way we are writing the very first instructional objective, so we have to write what is the presenter expectation. And then, how long I have to present. Say, for example, here I am presenting for 2 hours. So obviously, you have to do everything accordingly. Okay. Next, I'm going for attributes of effective speaker. So effective speaker, integrity, knowledge, self-confidence, and eloquence. There was a question, or there was an sharing of feelings, or sharing of what should I say? Yes, feelings, or sharing of happenings, something that had happened with her. So that confidence matters. Self-confidence, that matters a lot. Right? Now, how self-confidence, you will grow your self-confidence, you will increase your self-confidence. Yeah, it is your mind game. You need to understand that the topic on which you are speaking, it is you who has worked for, if you are an MTech student, at least for 1 year. If you're a PhD student, you have worked for more than 3 years on that topic. People, those who are sitting before you, they hardly know. Maybe some people have some knowledge on it. That is the essence of which will make you confidence on that particular content. Fine. So you have to increase your self-confidence. It is only the self-confidence that basically, hammer you. At that point, you can't speak. And once you come out of that place, immediately you, oh, iska answer to ye tha re, hum to bol nahi paya. But this knowledge you understand. So I did not say anything on the knowledge. Eloquence, we will explain. Again, this is art of speaking. Why integrity is essential? Any of you? An effective speaker should have these attributes. Integrity. Why integrity is important? Why it is required? Any of you? Quick. I have got another 15 minutes time. Please, why integrity is required? आप लोग हे या चले गए? Tell me.
So to maintain proper respect, as you said, like someone is asking or someone is being arrogant, then we can reply in respect.
Okay. Fine. So integrity, many a times what happened, many a times it happened that since I am speaking now, I should have confident, but I should not have overconfident. What happened overconfident? That I try to say something which I myself don't know. So I'm trying to bluff the people against my integrity, against my ethics. Okay. So these are, in short, should be honest and sincere. If I do not know, it's not required, I must know everything. It's not required. So therefore, I must be honest and I must be sincere. Okay. Sufficient knowledge on the topic, that is must. Right? That is must. Now, if one believe in their own abilities and traits, that must be there. And why it should be there? Because you have mastered that particular topic for long 1 hour, MTech, 3 hours plus if you are a PhD student. Fine. Eloquence, the art of speaking, should have powerful and effective language to the audience. They choose their words beautifully and deliver them with confidence, making their messages powerful and moving to the audiences. Now, these pictures are there, these are there. Fine. So as you see, why President Barack Obama is one of the greatest speakers in the world. Fine. Okay. General tips. What is general tips? Show your passions and start strong. Start strong is the very, very, very important thing whenever you start presentation. Right? What is the start strong? I will explain. I'll say what is the start. How do you start? That I'll talk. But why it is important? It is important because you are in a conference. Someone has already spoken and then left the dais, and you are being invited. You have gone there. audience must feel there is a change. Someone will start now. Fine. So that change, that should be in your starting point so that they can give attention. Now, why it is important? It is important because if they don't give attention at the right moment, then you miss the bus. You will not get attention of those audiences. They will be doing something here and there, right? Now, what is next? Next is important. Keep it short and simple. Please note, in your presentation, they are not interested to check your proof of a mathematical derivation. Please note, they are not interested to check your stability. They are interested to see your results, what is new that you have contributed in a very lucid and simple language. Right? So therefore, you should keep it short and simple. Gracious and professional. As I said, I have given you a lot of example how one should be professional. Gracious, someone is asking you a question, you say thanks. You understand he is trying to pull your leg, but you say thanks. You say, thank you so much, friend. You are giving me, you are showing so interest in my book. Fine. Be gracious. Be professional. Someone is shouting at you. If you also shout, then what will happen? You lost the game. Whatever plan you had in your mind is gone. And you have presented your unprofessional attitude, unprofessional behavior there. Never do it. Any of you know what is this? Remember the B key? Any of you know?
No, sir.
No, sir. See, I will now press B. See what happened. I have pressed B. Okay. Let me press B again. Now you understood now B? I think B stands for blank. This is again to get attention. When you are presenting, see, the projector light will be there. It's a bright light. So all of a sudden, once it go blank, everyone attention will come there. Fine. So it is it is a trick to get attention. Now, don't play with pencil or pointer. Nowadays, pencils is not there, but I have seen people they are playing with the pointer. Now you are holding a presenter, by which you can change your slide and you can point. Laser point is there. And what happens is, every time and continuously you are pressing your pointer and you are not controlling the movement of this one. Even sometimes you are pointing towards the audiences also. Sometimes you are pointing, instead of pointing to the point, you are pointing to the whole slides. Fine. So don't play with the pointer. Adjust your space for audience. So this is always true. Whom are you talking? There are 5 people sitting in my front. So therefore, I have to adjust my volume. There are, 50 people are there. So initially you just clarify, if I speak with this volume, are you hearing at the back? Fine. So accordingly, you have to adjust it. Be polite, be rational, we follow the social convention. The social convention, polite, rational, we are indeed polite and rational. I am saying all Indians. We also follow social convention, but once you go outside country, you should be more careful about their social convention. Right? You should be more careful, and if required, you should also Google to know what kind of social convention that you need to follow there. And as I am saying, keep eye contact to all. Keep eye contact to all. This is the good way of getting attention. This is the good way of getting attention of the audience. What happened, the moment you are looking at them, they have a feel that you are basically looking, the audience have a feel that you are looking at him, but you are scanning to everyone. Fine. So keep eye contact to all, not the front bench or not the last bench, not the left side, not the right side, everyone. Body language, you must have appropriate body language, right? You cannot deliver a lecture standing behind the podium, standing in a right attention position. You cannot do it. Time you talk, for example, and today it is another 4 minutes are there and possibly 9 more slides are there. I cannot do it. Fine, I'll try to complete it. Structure the presentation. So what is the structure of the presentation? You have got 3 parts: beginning, middle, and conclusion part. Get the attention of audience and signal the beginning. This is something that I've said. If you miss it, you miss the. Fine. Greet audience. Okay. Introduce yourself. Give your objective outcome. These all we have done today. Fine. Announce your outline. That also we have done. Make a transition between introduction and the body. So not only this, in everywhere we are giving a transition. Now, how do you start? As I said, you should start strong. How do you do it? Your presentation time is only, say, 10 minutes. You can spend half a minute to 1 minute even to do something so that you get attraction from the audience. You make a story, you make a joke, you show a video, you ask a question, start a conversation. Right? All of a sudden, in one presentation, I was present, all of a sudden speaker started with, Mr. Shing, do you recognize me? Fine, Mr. Shing. Now what had happened, some Saddajis were there. So definitely there will be some Shing. They started getting attention. And it was basically, how do you start? Just for that. Okay. And this is something that I've said, you put signpost, whenever you are doing a transition from one point to another point. Okay. Summarize speech, motivate response, provide closure. Fine. So as I said, there will be few points that people will take home. You have to, rephrase those points so that you can transfer at least something that will be take home for them. Right. And the moment you finish, people should know that yes, you have finished. You have come to an end of your. That is why, as I said, I have emphasized you must have a concluding slide. So therefore, concluding slide itself is giving a signal you are coming to the closer of it, right? And then you should motivate so that you get some response. Fine. Now, when your impact of presentation. So what you see it here, the moment you show some images, it has got 55% of 55% of impact. Fine. And then if you speak something, it has got only 38%. So therefore, I'm sorry, it's not that. See it here. How you look, it is 55%. It is not how I look. It is basically how my, whether I am giving lot of images, fine, this audio, those images, those kind of thing, some animation, some video. So that has got 55%. And next is 38% is how you speak. How you speak, fine. What is your eloquence, fine. So that, that your what you call, intonation. If you have good intonation, that will have 38% of impact. And see it here, what you say, that has got only 7% of impact. Fine. So what you say, so what does that mean? If you say something in a very monotonous mode, then the impact will be just close to 7%. But if you say the same thing with intonation, good eloquence, with lot of images, fine, visual aspect, then it will increase to 80%, 90%. Fine, that is what has been said here. Now, this is something you should also agree with me. How many of you, any of you agree that you have got speech anxiety? Pehle bolo yes, no. Do you have स्पीच एंजाइटी। हमारा शुरू होगा तो इसका पहले हमारा पैर कांप रहा है, धक 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 धक। No, none of you.
Yes,
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 sir.
sir.
Okay,
Like
fine.
speaking in front of a
Yes,
large
sir.
crowd.
So therefore, so those actually it is very difficult to find anyone who doesn't have. Very difficult. Fine. So how do you overcome it? For overcoming, the very first step is you have to acknowledge, yes, I have this fear. You have to acknowledge. If you don't acknowledge, then you don't have any problem. So there will be no solution for it. Fine. And then you have to overcome it. How do you overcome? Many times people do, deep breathing. Many times people start counting from 10, 9. Many times people, don't think anything about this presentation. They go back, oh, वहाँ पे तो हमारा ऐसा हुआ था, ऐसा हुआ था. They start thinking some success stories. They basically change their mindset up. Right? So therefore, you have to acknowledge that you have a problem and then you need to solve this problem. All right? And if you don't do it, then it will not be possible. Now, finally, conclusion is should be innovative and involving audience participation. See, if you speak only in one throw without active participation from the audience, it will be monotonous. They will not give, they will not participate in your presentation. Okay. Overall idea should be very clear to all. Something you wanted to speak, that should be very clear. Example should be relevant to the topic. So whatever example, some examples I have cited here. So these examples should be very relevant. Be calm, be confident, clear to the audience. If you are not calm and confident, many issues will crop up. Talk to the audience and share your ideas. Fine. Give enough time to audience to absorb. So this is required. You should not be too fast. Leave the presentation open-ended to get comment. And the final one, I'm not sure whether you practice or not, rehearse as much as you can. Actually, here at NIT Silchar, for our MTech student, we have seminar 1 and seminar 2 for the first and second semester. Fine. So number of years, I had the privilege to take that particular subject. So they will be asked to present on a particular topic, but before they present before me, before the whole student, it will be asked to them to present and capture that video. They must analyze that video and then find out what are the issues involved. They must try to improve those issues and redo their presentation, capture that. Again, they will find their errors, mistakes, fine. Their mistakes, fine. So, and then they will come to college. Then they will come to college and then they will give their presentation. So before they formally present, they have done at least twice their recording, twice they have done their analysis by themselves, because we have an evaluation sheet and we give that evaluation sheet so that they can do that evaluation by themselves. Okay. Now, this is my final slide. This is your take home. You can read yourself. So I have closed. So I am exiting by 5 minutes. Okay. So it is your performance. Okay, friends. This is your performance. So you have to get the performance aspect right. If you do not look and sound right, the audience won't hear you. Choice is yours. Do you want your audience to be like this or your audience to be active during your presentation? The choice is yours. As we have said, presentation is a performance. So we can always improve our performance day by day. day by day. Fine. So this is most important part. It is up to you what you want. If you want to improve, you can always do it. So these are my references. Any questions you have? So let me let me say you thanks. And these are my contacts. If any issues that you have regarding these or other academic issues, you can always contact me. Fine. I will try my best to help you with whatever little experiences that I have. Okay. Now let me come out from here. And if you have any question on this part, so that we can close this and they will be doing. Yes, any questions? Someone has Anil is saying trust and reputation on some context I have not understood. But please understand, friends, this matter, this also matter. What matter, you know? If you know there is a speaker who speak very nicely, right? You have not heard him before. So you will be tempted to attend his or her lecture because that saying itself, you know, is a very good presenter, is a very good orator itself will help you. But this doesn't mean that if you do not know anything about, they will not be a good presenter, right? Okay, anyone else? Any questions
Sir,
from any of
I
you?
yes, yes, sir.
Yes,
Actually,
yes.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Sir, what is the difference between whenever we go for the normal presentation and the paper presentation? If we have to go for the paper presentation, there is a we just have to create some kind of extra content for the paper presentation.
No, nothing. Please understand. As I said, you have to prepare your slide by asking so many questions to yourself. Right? How long you will be allowed to present, for whom you are presenting. Accordingly, you have to prepare your slides. That's a slide preparation part. And why are you doing it? You are doing it at your home. Right? So that is the slide preparation part. Next, with this slide, whether you are presenting in the college or you are presenting in an unknown place before an unknown audience. This is the difference. Once you are presenting in the college, since environment is known, audiences are all known, they are all your friends, you get some kind of extra confidence. Fine. You also might be have some kind of, you know, hey, no one will ask me any questions. But when you are in a conference, exactly same. The same thing you are presenting. But see, the environment is different. Audiences are not known to you. You do not know what kind of questions they will bombard on you. So therefore, you lose your confidence. That is the only difference I feel. So if you can continue to hold your self-confidence boost, then there will be no difference in both the places. You do exactly the same performance. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Anyone else? Any other questions?
So
Yeah.
I
Tell
think,
me.
I think, sir, there is no any question, sir. So
Yeah.
shall we start validatory ceremony, sir?
Sure. So let me unshare first. Let me stop
Yeah.
sharing. Yeah, I have stopped sharing. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Yeah. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome you in this validity ceremony of ROTW 2026. So, respected Chief Guest, Professor Vinay Krishna Rao, sir, uh, respected Director, Head of the Department, distinguished faculty members, organizing members, and dear participants. It's give me immense pleasure to welcome you to the validity ceremony of the two big faculty development program Research-Oriented Technical Writing 2026. The program has jointly organized by the Department of Electrical Engineering, MNIT Allahabad, Prayagraj, and the Department of Electrical Engineering, NIT Patna, and has been conducted in online mode from 3rd August to 14th August 2026. Today, as we come together for the concluding ceremony, we are not merely marking the end of a 2-week program, rather we are celebrating 2 weeks of learning, interaction, reflection, and the exchange of ideas. As we often say, every ending is a new beginning, and I believe that this evening is not the end of ROTW 2026. It is the beginning of a journey towards better technical communication, stronger research writing, and more impactful contribution to the academic and research community. I would simply say thank you for learning with us, questioning with us, and growing with us. With this warm note, let us formally begin the validity ceremony of ROTW 2026. The best way to remember a journey is to revisit its milestone to present the report of the program. So I request Dr. Deepak Kumar sir to kindly take over the proceeding and present the report of ROTW 2026. Uh,
Thank you very much, Dr. Arvind. Am I audible?
yes, sir, you are audible, sir.
Thank you very much. So, patron of the FDP and head ED, chief guest Professor B.K. Roy, sir, dignitaries, distinguished expert speakers, esteemed faculty members, research scholars, students, and dear participants. It gives me immense pleasure to present the report of this FDP, that is the 2-week faculty development program on research-oriented technical writing. The primary objective of this FDP was to enhance the research and technical writing skills of the participants, faculty members, research scholars, students, and professionals. This program was designed to provide valuable insights into various aspects of research, technical writing, manuscript preparation, publication, presentation, and other important dimensions of academic and research communication. I'm happy to share that the FDP received an excellent response from participants of different academic and professional backgrounds. A total of 129 participants registered for this FDP, comprising of 72 faculty members, 46 PhD scholars, 5 PG students, 2 UG students, 2 industry participants, and 2 participants from other categories. One of the major highlights of this FDP was the participation of 20 distinguished expert speakers. And these were from reputed academic research and professional organizations. The experts shared their valuable knowledge and experience through insightful lectures and interactive sessions, which covered various aspects of research-oriented technical writing and research practices. During the FDP, a total of 40 hours of technical lectures were conducted, and I'm sure that the FDP allowed participants to learn from experts, interact with them, and talk about their research and technical writing issues. The program also highlighted the importance of effective scientific communication, quality research, proper manuscript preparation, publication ethics, addressing reviewer comments, and improving the overall quality and impact of research work. The active participation and interaction throughout the program made the FDP highly engaging and useful. This joint initiative also provided an excellent opportunity to strengthen academic interaction and collaboration between MNIT Allahabad and NIT Patna. Such programs provide a valuable platform for sharing expertise, developing professional networks, and creating opportunities for future academic and research collaborations. Therefore, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, for its valuable support and encouragement. I also extend my heartfelt thanks to Director MNIT Allahabad, Director NIT Patna, heads of the departments of electrical engineering of both institutes, all 20 distinguished expert speakers, coordinators, organizing committee members, faculty members, technical support team, volunteers for their valuable contribution for the successful organization of this FDP. Most importantly, I sincerely thank all 129 participants for their participation, active interaction, and cooperation throughout the FDP. The successful completion of ROTW 2026 is a result of the collective effort and dedicated support of everyone involved. So, as we conclude this FDP, I hope that the knowledge, skills, and experiences gained during these sessions will benefit all the participants in their research, academic, and professional work. So, with these words, I conclude the report of ROTW 26. Thank you very much. Over to you,
Yeah,
Dr. Arvind.
yeah. Thank you, sir, for presenting such a comprehensive overview of ROTW 2026. The report beautifully captured not only what we did during these 2 weeks, but also the academic spirit with which the program was conducted. Now, a program becomes truly successful when its participants take something valuable back with them. Their experiences, observations, and suggestions help us understand the real impact of the program. We will now see the participant feedback. So, as we have shared participants' feedback, so we have got responses from the 85 participants, and we have asked some questions. So I'm reading that question. Like, first question is technical session where relevant to the workshop theme. So 63% has shown strongly agree and 31% shown agree. And yeah, the next question is resource persons were knowledgeable and effective in delivering the content. So out of 85 responses, participants, 56 are strongly agreeing and 29 are agreeing, just agreeing. And the next question is topic covered were useful for my academic and research work. So 58% participants are saying yes, strongly they are agreeing. And then 41% are showing, yeah, they are just agreeing. The session duration and schedule were appropriate. So in which 42% are showing strongly agree, then 45% are just agree, and 8% are neutral, and 2% are disagree. Yeah. And then we have also asked the communication regarding the workshop schedule links update was clear. So yeah, 58% are showing they are very strongly agree, and 37% are saying they are just agree. 2% are neutral, and 1% is disagree. Yeah, the organizing committee was cooperative and responsive. Then 64% are strongly agree, and then 29% are just agree, and 1% are just neutral. The next question is, I would recommend this workshop to others in the future version. Yes, so all 85 participants who has given feedback, they are saying yes, they will recommend. And the next our question is like, I would like to participate in future events organized by the Electrical Engineering Department, MNIT Allahabad. So all 85% participants are saying yes. So there are some other questions which I can't read because we have very less time. So we may move another part of the program. So and I would also like to thank all the participants for giving their valuable feedback. Yes, words are not merely feedback; they are an important source of motivation for entire organizing team. And I now have privilege of inviting our respected chief guest, Professor Vinay Krishna Rai sir, to address the participants and deliver his valedictory address. May I request you to kindly address the audience, sir?
Yeah. Respected chief patron, then we have conveners, we have coordinators, faculty colleagues, those who are here as a participants, my PhD MTech, and UG student participants. After this brief about this particular FDP, I'm very happy that many of you have felt that it was useful for you. That is the purpose for which the organizer has organized this one. If I just do little bit of post-mortem of the title of this FDP, it says research oriented, क्या नाम है? Research oriented, what you say? Writing.
Sir, technical writing.
Technical writing. Research oriented technical writing, right? Now, just this is something that I am saying to my, that young faculty colleagues and those PhD and MTech. Why all of a sudden this, organizer has thought this particular topic? So just give a note to it and do some Google search. You will find that many papers has technical content. Many paper has technical merit, but those papers are getting rejected because these papers are not written properly. And I'm so happy that this organization team has taken that responsibility to share with all of you about this. Right. Another point which is worth noting, that they have started with some, they circulated this brochure, and in the brochure they have talked about the objective of the FDP. Right? And if I count the number of objectives, the number of objectives comes around eight objectives, fine. And if you know these 8 objectives, I'm getting some noise. I'm getting some noise. Yeah. So if you see these objectives, this objective itself is enough, for writing correctly so that your paper get published, right? But what I also observe that there are many other things which are covered, which are not even included in the objective of this FDP. Many things, right? So those who have attended it seriously, sincerely, I hope you got a lot of inputs. And as I said, if you just take home that this kind of things is there, so whenever you require, you can remind it and then you can do the needful. Fine. I wish that the purpose for which all the participants, those who have attended this particular FDP, becomes successful, and you basically get the fruit of it in your days to come in future. So with these best wishes and giving lot of thanks for this hard working by this committee, and wishing that this committee will do the similar kind of activities in future, I conclude it here, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm giving back to Dr. Arvind.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir, for your enlightening and inspiring address. Your words have given us not only valuable insights, but also a renewed motivation to pursue excellence in our academic and research endeavors. A successful program is never the achievement of one individual. It is the result of teamwork, cooperation, commitment, and collective responsibility. To formally express our gratitude, now I invite Dr. Navneet Kumar Singh sir to deliver the vote of thanks. Sir, may I request you to kindly propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Arvind. Am I visible and audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So, Chief Patron, Director MNNIT Allahabad, Patron of the course, Professor Nitin Singh, Chief Guest, Professor Vinay Krishna Roy, from NIT Silchar, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed expert speakers, faculty members, research scholars, students, and dear participants. It is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks today on this occasion of valedictory ceremony of the research-oriented technical writing, we commonly known as ROTW 2026 Faculty Development Program. It is jointly organized by Department of Electrical Engineering, MNNIT Allahabad and this NIT Patna. So first and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest, Professor B.K. Roy, Department of Electrical Engineering, NIT Silchar, for graciously accepting our invitation and joining us for the valedictory ceremony. Sir, your presence has added great significance to this occasion. We are truly honored to have you with us, and we look forward to your valuable words of guidance and inspiration. Thank you, sir. I express my sincerely gratitude to the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, Government of India, for its valuable support and encouragement in organizing this FDP. I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to Director MNNIT Allahabad and Director NIT Patna for their constant support, guidance, and encouragement in making this joint academic initiative a success. My sincere thanks also go to heads of the departments of electrical engineering of MNNIT Allahabad and NIT Patna for their valuable guidance and support throughout the program from starting from 3rd and going till today, 14th of August. A special and heartfelt thanks to all the 20 distinguished expert speakers who generously shared their knowledge, expertise, and valuable experiences with the participants. Their insightful lectures and interactive sessions greatly enriched the academic experience of ROTW 2026. I would also like to thank all the 129 registered participants, including faculty members, PhD scholars, PG and UG students, industry participants, and the participants from other categories. Your enthusiastic participation, active interaction, and valuable questions made the session more engaging and meaningful. My sincere appreciation goes to the coordinators, organizing committee members, faculty members, technical support team, and volunteers from both MNNIT Allahabad and NIT Patna. Conducting 40 hours of technical sessions successfully would not have been possible without their dedicated efforts and continuous support. Finally, I thank each and everyone who has contributed directly or indirectly to the success of ROTW 2026. The successful completion of this FDP is truly a result of our collective efforts, cooperation, and commitment. As we conclude this program, I hope that the knowledge, skills, and experiences gained during ROTW 2026 will inspire all of us to pursue quality research, effective technical writing, and meaningful academic contributions. Once again, I express my sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Professor B.K. Roy, sir, all the distinguished dignitaries, expert speakers, participants, and members of the organizing team for making ROTW 2026 a successful and memorable academic event. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. With this, we come to the conclusion of the valedictory ceremony of ROTW 2026. But before we formally close, I would like to leave everyone with one thought. Technical writing is not merely about writing technically correct sentences. It is about transforming ideas into knowledge, knowledge into understanding, and understanding into impact. Write better, communicate better, research better, and most importantly, make your research matter. The workshop may end today, but your journey as better technical writers began today. Thank you for being a wonderful part of ROTW 2026. Wishing you all continued success in your research, teaching, and professional journey. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
Thank you,
so
sir.
now it is closed and we are closing this ceremony. Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.